Ever get the feeling like you see the world a little differently, kind of drawn to the unusual, the things that most people just, they don't even notice?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you're celebrating a birthday today, January 7th, this deep dive, this is for you.
Oh, cool.
We are taking a look at what makes this day so unique.
Okay.
And trust me, it's a fascinating journey. We've got some really intriguing source material about January 7th personalities.
Okay.
Think like unusual interests, a knack for spotting hidden patterns, and this deep sensitivity.
Interesting.
It even links this date with Neptune,
Neptune.
the planet of dreams and visions.
Wow.
What do you make of that?
It's fascinating, isn't it? In astrology, Neptune is all about what lies beneath the surface, right? It governs intuition, creativity, even a touch of mysticism. This connection to Neptune could explain why those born on January 7th are often drawn to the unusual.
Right.
It's like they're tuned into a different frequency, picking up on those subtle energies and connections that others might miss.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
And it gets even more interesting.
Right.
The source also connects January 7th with the Chariot Tarot card.
Oh, wow.
Now, I always find tarot symbolism so intriguing,
Yeah.
especially in this context.
Got it.
What's the significance of the chariot here?
Imagine the chariot as your personal vehicle for navigating life.
Okay.
It's a powerful symbol of willpower and the ability to manifest your desires.
Right. Yeah.
But here's the catch. The chariot requires balance.
Oh, I see.
It's about harnessing your considerable energy
Mm-hmm.
and directing it with purpose.
Okay.
This resonates with what the source says about January 7th folks needing to find that sweet spot between dreaming big
Right.
and staying grounded in reality.
It's like having all this raw potential, this unique way of seeing the world,
Right.
but needing to steer it
Yes.
in a way that creates a sense of stability and direction.
Exactly.
Which reminds me, the source also dives into some specific health advice for January 7th birthdays, emphasizing the importance of grounding practices.
Oh, interesting.
What stood out to you in that section?
It's almost like having a superpower that needs the right kind of support
Okay.
because you process the world so deeply.
Right.
It can be easy to feel overwhelmed, especially by negativity. The source suggests that incorporating grounding techniques,
Okay.
things like meditation, spending time in nature, or even something as simple as deep breathing,
Right.
can make a world of difference.
It's about creating a sanctuary, a space to recharge and find balance amidst the constant influx of stimulation. It's like having this incredible sensitivity, this ability to pick up on the nuances that other people miss, but it also requires a conscious effort to stay grounded and centered.
Right.
And you know what I found particularly fascinating? The source talks about how January 7th individuals see the unusual not as something separate, but as like woven into the very fabric of life.
Exactly. It's not about isolating the strange or the quirky,
Right.
but recognizing it as part of a larger interconnectedness.
Right.
For someone born on January 7th, coincidences might feel more meaningful.
Oh, wow.
The unexpected twists and turns of life, those synchronicities, might hold a special resonance for them.
It's like they're tuned into a different frequency, picking up on signals that most people miss.
Yes.
And while the source encourages them to find others who appreciate this unique perspective, it also cautions against overwhelming those who might not be ready for it.
Right.
What are your thoughts on that?
It highlights the importance of finding your tribe,
Right.
those who will embrace your unconventional observations and encourage your curiosity.
Right.
At the same time, it emphasizes the need for balance,
Okay.
for recognizing that not everyone shares that same level of intensity when it comes to exploring the unusual.
It's about celebrating your individuality while also navigating the social landscape with a bit of sensitivity. But this brings us to something that I found particularly intriguing. The source mentions that January 7th is associated with both Saturn, ruling Capricorn, and Neptune.
Okay.
Can you unpack that planetary combo for us?
That's where it gets really fascinating.
Yeah.
We've already discussed Neptune's dreamy, intuitive influence,
Right.
but Saturn, that's the planet of structure, discipline, and responsibility.
Uh-huh.
It's like the cosmic counterbalance to Neptune's ethereal energy.
I see.
This pairing suggests that those born on January 7th have the potential to achieve great things, both materially and creatively.
Right.
But it requires a conscious effort to integrate these seemingly opposite forces.
So it's about finding a way to harmonize the dreamer and the realist within.
Precisely. The source suggests that this unique combination can actually attract financial and material luck, but only if there's a conscious effort to balance those Saturnian and Neptunian energies.
Okay.
Imagine channeling the boundless creativity of Neptune while grounding it in the practical realities that Saturn governs.
That makes so much sense. It's like having a foot in two worlds, and the key is to find a way to walk that line gracefully.
Yeah.
I'm curious, how does this relate back to their unusual interests?
Well, think about it.
Okay.
Their fascination with the unusual, the way they see connections others might miss, those could be incredible assets in fields that require both imagination and a strong grasp of reality.
Right.
Think about inventors, artists, entrepreneurs, people who can not only dream big, but also navigate the steps to bring those dreams to life.
It sounds like they have a built-in advantage in a world that increasingly values innovation and out-of-the-box thinking.
Absolutely. However, let's not forget the source's advice about health and well-being.
Right.
It stresses the importance of grounding practices, especially for someone so sensitive to their environment.
Yeah.
Remember, it's like having a finely tuned antenna picking up on all sorts of subtle energies.
Right.
While this can be a source of great insight, it can also lead to feeling overwhelmed or drained, which is why those grounding practices are so essential.
Yeah, it's like they have this incredible capacity for, experiencing the world in high definition,
Right, right.
which can be, it can be exhilarating,
Yeah,
but I imagine it could be exhausting as well.
exactly. And that's where cultivating a sense of inner balance becomes so essential. The Force suggests practices like meditation, spending time in nature, or even those simple deep breathing techniques.
Right, just to kind of I don't know, center yourself. It's like building a sanctuary within, a space to kind of recharge and find that equilibrium amidst all the external stimulation.
Right.
This reminds me of the Chariot card we were discussing earlier.
Yeah.
It's not just about charging ahead
Right.
with, willpower,
It's about,
but also about mastering one's own
yes.
energy.
That's a great connection.
Hmm?
The Chariot encourages us to become conscious drivers of our own lives, right?
Yeah.
Directing our energy with purpose and intention. For someone born on January 7th, this could mean learning to harness the power of their unusual interests and intuitive insights,
Right.
while also cultivating the grounding and self-awareness needed to, navigate the world with a sense of balance.
Yeah. And what an incredible journey that can be.
Yeah.
To embrace those unusual interests, those unique observations, and to trust that your perspective is a gift.
It truly is. And like any gift,
Yeah.
it has the potential to enrich not only your own life, but the lives of those around you.
So to our January 7th listener out there, as you celebrate your birthday, we hope this deep dive has given you, a richer understanding of what makes today so special.
Absolutely. And if January 7th is about embracing the unusual,
Yeah.
we'll leave you with this.
Yeah.
How will you channel those unique perspectives and sensitivities into something meaningful in your own life?
That's something to reflect on.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Thanks for listening.
Happy birthday from the deep dive.